Hello and welcome to an inflatable edition of Technology Update, where this month we're taking to the skies to join those fabulous boys in their flying machines. We're taking a look at the latest balloons and blimps, using state-of-the-art know-how to tackle a variety of fresh challenges in exploration and transport. Far beyond the realm of your ordinary weekend enthusiasts and hobbyists, buoyant aircraft are solving complex problems and helping us to reach places inaccessible to other vehicles. The principles behind them may be simple, but their applications are many and varied. The hot air balloon is the oldest successful flying machine. Its first recorded flight took place in 1783 when Jean-François Pilatre de Rosière and François Laurent Delons took to the skies in a balloon designed by the Montgolfier brothers. Just 2 years later, Jean-Pierre Blanchard became the first man to cross the English Channel. So the big flight to the North Pole's temporarily hit the skids, but the designers shouldn't be too downhearted. Sometimes these things just take a little while to get off the ground. Take this flying saucer behind me, for example. Originally dreamt up back in the days of the Soviet Union, it's now making a comeback and is ready to join the high flyers once more. The forefather of the modern flying dish, called the ALA-40, was designed in 1985. But by the start of the 1990s, despite strong support from then-President Boris Yeltsin, the project had to be abandoned. Working models had already been made and undergone buoyancy, ground and dynamic testing at their factory based in Ulyanovsk. The idea was to create a huge cargo vehicle able to carry loads far bigger than could practically be carried by conventional aircraft to areas inaccessible by other means. At the time, these flying dishes were unique, employing a dual gas system that used a combination of helium and temperature-controlled air for a brand new method of controllability and fuel efficiency. Although it's the engineering father of the modern version, they don't share a name. The original took its moniker from this special system. It was called the thermoplane.
Thermoplane because this principle based on two physical principles. One, the mean of helium to float in the sky, and the second, the heating of the pure air for management of direction of such dirigible and increasing the possibility to load and to taking off of such dirigibles without any mast and special airport systems.
So, more than 25 years after the original idea was floated, earlier this month the prototype for the new design of flying cargo dish was ready for testing just outside of Moscow. This is a working scale model made to 1/7 of the size that the fully fledged Lokomotiv is envisaged to be built to. The Russian Ministry of Emergency Situations are already supporting the project, but before large investment can be secured, the production team are testing the ability of its baby brother to prove itself fit for the purpose they have in mind.
One of our key tasks is to make it hover over a spot like a helicopter. That's necessary for us to be able to pick up and drop items with great accuracy. Regardless of what direction the wind blows, we can compensate for it with engine thrust and stay in place. Classic dirigibles have to turn against the wind. They cannot stay put over one place.
Fortunately, the mini snack-size version passed its first test, operating to high precision in the moderate winds on the day. And instead of ruining the lost time between the thermoplane being dreamt up and the Lokomotiv becoming feasible, designers say advances in technology mean a comparable ship would have been impossible to build previously.
The new materials and the new knowledge that we have gained in aerodynamics allowed us to build a radically new aircraft. Technically, it is totally different from the thermoplane that we tried to build all those years ago. This device is on a totally different level and has vastly superior capabilities.
The plans are now simple: to build a full-scale version 50 metres in diameter with a top-end depth of 25 metres, driven by 8 engines with between 1.5 and 200 horsepower, able to carry 2 tons of cargo on each trip, which could be anything up to 500 kilometres. The date of testing is currently penciled in for 2011. In the meantime, they will continue to perform more experiments on their baby version, adding last-minute fine-tuning and adjustment to make sure this time the project doesn't stall before it leaves the starting blocks. The implications of having dirigible aircraft able to bring heavy industry and cargo to previously unreachable environments, such as the northern territories of Russia and Canada, is potentially huge. And Lokomo Sky won't be alone in the new market. Up the road, their competitors, Rosaero Systems, are also working on their own new design for a flying HGV, with a very different profile. And if huge payloads are proven to be transportable safely and effectively at reasonable cost, the sky's the limit.
The main practical application is cargo. This is cargo airship. Actually, it's not purely airship. This is kind of combined vehicle, which is 60 to 100% airship, and also with some properties of airplane, helicopter, and hovercraft. The main criteria for this machine is the possibility to land on unprepared flat surface and to discharge it, to remove cargo, and not fly away.
If we were to use dirigible or airship technology, could we bring back a new and improved version of something like the Hindenburg?
Tourist application for this ship is quite secondary, but maybe very promising also. Even today we can fly for 24 hours. Even today we can have spare room for sleeping, rest, toilets, whatever on board right now.
So for the first time since the Hindenburg perished in the flames, there are plans for flying hotels to be built in Russia in time for the Sochi Olympics of 2014. Maybe we'll take one for ourselves. The golden age of the airships is widely believed to have been during the 20s, 30s and 40s, but thanks to advances in modern technology, they're set to enjoy a renaissance more than 100 years after they first took to the sky. That's about all for this month. Do get in touch if you have any ideas for stories you'd like us to cover in the future. We'll be back next time, but until then, enjoy the ride.